This is Color Out of Space. On our 31 spooky movies of Halloween, some horror movies make you jump, others make you squirm, but then, every once in a while, a movie comes along that burrows under your skin and quietly whispers, "Everything you know and love is small, meaningless, and doomed." That movie is Color Out of Space. Directed by Richard Stanley and based on H.P. Lovecraft's short story of the same name, Color Out of Space is one of the most pure, haunting examples of cosmic horror ever put to film. It's not about monsters or ghosts or demons. No, my friends. It's about something far worse. A force that defies comprehension itself. A phenomenon so alien that your poor primate brain simply can't process it. And that's exactly what makes this movie so darn terrifying. Now, the story centers on a family, the Gardners, living on a quiet farm in rural New England. Nicolas Cage, plays the patriarch, Nathan Gardner, a man trying his best to keep his family together while raising alpacas. Yes, alpacas. And pretending that moving to the middle of nowhere in New England was a good idea. His wife, Teresa, played with heart-wrenching depth by Joely Richardson, is recovering from illness. Their 3 kids are trying to adapt to the isolation. It's an ordinary family in hard times trying to live an ordinary life. So of course something awful has got to happen, and that's when something falls out of the freaking sky. A meteor crashes into their yard, glowing with a strange, impossible color, something the human eye was never meant to see. The thing evaporates, or maybe it sinks, or maybe it's still there. The movie never quite tells you. And from that moment on, reality begins to unravel. The crops grow, but they turn grotesque. The animals mutate. The family begins to change slowly, horrifyingly, inevitably. See, I was going for serious there, but it messed up. The land, the water, the air, everything is infected by this thing that came from the stars. And the worst part, you can't stop it. You can't fight it. You can't even understand it. That is the beauty and the horror of Color Out of Space. It's the dread of the unknowable, the terror that comes from realizing that the universe is not malicious, it's just indifferent. We're not at the top of the food chain. We're not even on the chart. We'd be lucky to be a footnote. This film captures that feeling perfectly, that gut-churning existential fear that something vast and incomprehensible could wipe us out in an instant and we'd never know what happened. The same type of fear that keeps me awake at night thinking about gamma ray bursts. Those random cosmic death beams from the darkest corner of the universe that could fry our planet in a second and leave no trace, only giving you a chance to look up and go, "What the?" and then you're gone. Color Out of Space gives me that same feeling. That same dizzying sense of insignificance. It is beautifully horrifying. The performances are phenomenal. Nicolas Cage in particular walks that fine line between quiet dread and unhinged breakdown that he's famous for. Now he is being slowly pulled apart emotionally, psychologically, and even physically by a force he can't begin to comprehend. This is one of those roles where Cage's trademark volatility feels absolutely appropriate. When he loses it, it's not over the top, it's human, and you can feel his desperation. Joely Richardson gives the movie its heart. And Madeline Arthur, as their daughter Lavina, delivers a performance that's tragic and defiant all at once. The whole cast grounds the cosmic horror in something real that we can connect to. Without that emotional anchor, the story would have easily drifted into chaos beyond anything. But thanks to these performances, we feel every moment of this unknowable catastrophe going down and the Gardners' slow disintegration. The look of this movie, oh my gosh, let's talk about it. It's breathtaking. The cinematography is stunning. Every shot is meticulously composed, balancing beauty and decay. The forest feels alive, pulsing and shifting, changing color in ways that make you wonder, how are my eyes functioning right now? Are they okay? That strange electric magenta that stands in for the unknowable color is genius. It's too vivid, too unnatural to be alive. It shouldn't look like anything that should exist in nature, and yet it is mesmerizing at the same time. The color itself feels like a character, because it is. Like something with intelligence and intent, because it is. It's everywhere, creeping into reflections, bleeding into shadows, poisoning the sky. It is a perfect visual metaphor for Lovecraft's brand of cosmic horror, dazzling, incomprehensible, deadly. Now, with a film like this, you might expect buckets of gore. But what makes Color Out of Space so effective is that it exercises restraint. It shows you just enough to make your imagination do the rest. And your imagination is far crueler than any special effect could ever be. When the horror does arrive, it's brutal, it's sickening, but it's never gratuitous. The film knows exactly when to cut away and when to make you look. There are moments in Color Out of Space that will stay with you forever. Mutations that are equal parts monstrous and pitiful. Scenes that hit you with a wave of dread so deep that it almost becomes physical. This isn't horror that makes you jump. This is horror that makes you sink. It's a slow motion descent into madness, despair, and awe. The sound design, the ambient hum of the color, the distorted voices, the way the natural sounds of the world slowly twist into something alien. It's phenomenal. The soundscapes alone could give you nightmares. What I liked most about this film is how it captures the futility of trying to rationalize something irrational. Scientists come and go, theories are proposed, but in the end, there's no explanation, there's no why. The universe doesn't owe us an explanation. The Gardner family isn't being punished for anything they've done wrong. They're just in the way. And that's the true cosmic horror. There's no evil plan, no villain to stop, no spell to reverse it. The horror doesn't care about you. It just is. It's rare for a movie to make me feel that level of dread, that creeping, inescapable fear that everything I love could just end, that the laws of physics could just glitch out and erase my entire family, erase me and erase my planet in less time than it takes to blink. Color Out of Space gives you that dread in cinematic form. It's beautiful, it's grotesque, it's poetic, and it's terrifying. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but it's haunting, it lingers. It's the kind of ending that stays in your bones, that quiet whisper that says, the stars are not your friends. Color Out of Space is a cosmic horror done amazingly. It's a masterpiece of tension, mood, and atmosphere. It's horrifying, not because it's loud or gory, but because it feels real. It taps into that primal fear that somewhere out there in the infinite darkness of space, something vast and uncaring is already on its way. And we'll never even see it coming. And that's why you should make Color Out of Space one of your 31 spooky movies of Halloween while you still can. So, putting magenta in one of my deepest fears was not on my 2025 bingo card, but here we are. Down there, Patreon stuff. Click on it. We need your money because I like doing this kind of stuff. And yeah, I would rather do this than anything else in the world. But I can't because I don't have enough money. So, come on, you know you want to. And of course, like, share, subscribe. And if you see something magenta,